head. It was really scary.
Now at 11, the deadly mass shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis. Young children diving under church pews to save themselves. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. All evening, we have seen the pain and heartbreak on the faces of the Catholic community and beyond in Minneapolis. A prayer vigil wrapped up just a few hours ago. Here's what we know. Police say it was around 8 a.m. in Minneapolis, 6 a.m. our time, when gunshots rang out during a worship service at the Annunciation Church. 2 children, ages 8 and 10, were killed. 17 others injured in the gunfire, 14 of them kids. The shooter then turning the gun on themselves. NBC4's Robert Kovacic joins us now with new leads and a possible motive. Robert.
Carolyn, a shooter right here identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, who actually wrote on the weapons and magazines they used. The writings included references to other mass shootings, the Holocaust, anti-Semitic wording, and, quote, kill Donald Trump. According to the Minneapolis police chief, this was all included on a YouTube video the shooter posted this morning before opening fire. Tonight, flags lowered in Southern California and across the nation in solidarity with Minneapolis. The city this evening mourning the murder of children in the country's latest mass shooting.
All I hear is pow, pow, pow. And me and my 2 buddies, my first thought, I told them, get down, go under the pew.
13-year-old Javen Willis among dozens of classmates at Annunciation Catholic School attending morning mass.
The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible.
Police say the gunfire started just before 8:30 in the morning local time when the 23-year-old shooter wearing black approached the church armed with a shotgun, rifle, and pistol. After using a 2x4 to block 2 of the exits, they say the shooter fired dozens of shots through the church windows and toward the children sitting in pews, using all 3 weapons.
Nothing that I've ever heard is that loud. My classmates have said that they thought it was confetti or fireworks or something. But I was just like, no, that can't be the thing.
10-year-old Weston Halsney was there, too.
I was like 2 seats away from the stained glass windows. So they were like, the shots were like right next to me. I just ran under the pew. And then I covered my head. My friend Victor like saved me though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit.
Weston says his friend was rushed to an emergency room.
He's really brave, and I hope he's good in the hospital.
The mayor of Minneapolis outraged.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school.
The school's principal, emotional.
You're so brave. Within seconds of this situation beginning, our teachers were heroes.
Heroes of all ages, helping one another amid the horror. FBI Director Patel has identified the shooter as male. Legal documents requesting a name change say she identified as a female. 3 weapons used in the shooting were all purchased recently. The shooter's mother apparently once worked at the church but retired 4 years ago. So the motive at this hour remains a mystery. But the FBI is investigating this mass shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. I'm Robert Kovacic. Carolyn?
Robert, thank you. Now to the search for the missing baby, Emmanuel, in the Empire. For the first time, the district attorney is talking about this case. The parents of the 7-month-old claimed he had been kidnapped nearly 2 weeks ago. The baby is now presumed dead. The San Bernardino County Sheriff describes the baby's father as an experienced child abuser. Court documents obtained by NBC4 Investigates show how Jake Haro was convicted of child cruelty in 2018 involving another infant. Today, the Riverside County DA talked about the long-term injuries to that child.
The child's name is Carolina. She is still alive today, but she is permanently bedridden. She has permanent damage, cerebral palsy, that is a result of long-term child abuse.
And the DA believes Emmanuel died before his parents reported him missing. And both parents are due back in court September 4th. There is a break in the case of the Lancaster woman found dead in the Angeles National Forest. Her husband, accused of murdering her, has now surrendered in Peru. NBC4 obtained this video showing him dragging a heavy sack out of their apartment in Lancaster after she was reported missing on August 12th. From there, investigators say the search crossed international borders, with the husband leaving the country and taking their 3 children with him. Tonight, NBC4's Tracy Leong is in our newsroom with where the case goes from here. Tracy.
Well, Carolyn, it could be months before Josimar Cabrera is extradited back to the U.S. from Peru. Prosecutors alleging he killed his wife, Shayla Cabrera, more than 2.5 weeks ago. And today, her family and supporters are relieved he's no longer on the run. The Peruvian National Police releasing these images of 36-year-old Josimar Cabrera after he surrendered this morning in Peru. Cabrera is accused of killing his wife, 33-year-old Shayla Cabrera, and then leaving the U.S. with their 3 children.
I had the wonderful privilege of speaking to her sister, Jessa Gutierrez, this morning, and she was absolutely delighted, extremely happy.
Community victim advocates with the organization Agents of Change are grateful Cabrera is in custody and are focusing on justice for Shayla.
And I think all that pressure led to Josimar Cabrera turning himself into authorities so he could be extradited to the United States. So now we're asking the authorities in America to do everything in your power to bring him back. We understand that it's going to take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, even a year, before we see Cabrera back in United States soil.
Shayla was reported missing on August 12th. 4 days later, her body was found in the Angeles National Forest. Security video taken in the family's Lancaster apartment complex shows a man investigators identified as Cabrera dragging a large object wrapped in fabric. Prosecutors alleged Cabrera killed Shayla August 10th in their home in Lancaster before leaving for Peru with their 3 children, who are now safe with Shayla's mother.
Hopefully in a few more weeks, she could be sent back with support of the United States government and the Peruvian embassy to send her back so she could be laid to rest with her family, and hopefully the kids could at least see the casket and say goodbye to their mother.
The LA County Sheriff's Department says Cabrera will stay in custody in Peru until he's extradited. The Agents of Change organization is planning a march for this Saturday in Lancaster to bring attention to Shayla's death and victims of domestic violence. Reporting live in the newsroom, Tracy Leong. Carolyn, back to you.
All right, Tracy, thank you for that. Abandoned dogs spotted roaming around Watts Towers Park, and they've been there for several days. It's not clear why animal control has not yet caught them, but neighbors tell us they've been doing what they can to help. NBC4's Darsha Phillips explains why this just took an urgent turn.
An urgent need to get these dogs out of this park into safety and to some shelter, because we're hearing that one of the dogs got spooked and ran away and hasn't been seen all day, and another dog appears to be sick, has been vomiting and not able to keep down any food. Now, during the day, these dogs take shelter inside of shrubbery or under trailers. And then as the sun goes down, they come out, and as you can see behind me, 2 of them are laying in the grass. You can see them taking a nap. They're really beautiful dogs, possibly shepherd mixes. Saw their owner dump the dogs and drive away more than 2 weeks ago, and believe they're staying here waiting for their owner to come back. Now, the dogs, neighbors say, leave the park or find shade during the day, but come back at night, and that's when some neighbors bring them water and food. And you can see, again, they're really beautiful dogs. One neighbor who has been really involved with helping these pups say that they are very sweet and very kind, but a little bit scared of people. Charlene Romero posted this video to social media, and it's getting a lot of attention. So many people worried about the health and safety of these dogs, and they want to help. And of course, they're very upset that they were apparently abandoned.
It's been almost 2 weeks, over 2 weeks now, and they're here in the sun, hot, and we try our best to give them food and water, you know, but it really just describes how canine are loyal to its owner. They've been here waiting for its owner to come back.
Several people have reached out to rescues but say they haven't heard anything back from those rescues. NBC4 has also reached out to animal control to try and get an answer as to why these dogs have not been picked up and taken out of this park. And again, you can see them here laying in the grass. We have not seen the third dog all day, but there are 3 total dogs that were apparently dumped at Watts Towers Park more than 2 weeks ago. Again, one of them appears to be sick, vomiting, not able to keep down any food, but the neighbors here really rallying around these dogs, hoping to get them to safety. Reporting from Watts Towers Park, I'm Darcia Phillips, NBC4 News.
And now to breaking news. In the city of Orange, a pedestrian was hit and killed by an Orange County Sheriff's Department SUV. This happened at the intersection of Chapman Avenue and James around 10:20 tonight. This is video showing the scene of the crash. It's still a very active scene there now as investigators work to piece together what happened. We don't yet know the name of the person killed or if the driver was hurt. New video tonight showing federal agents at a business in the South Bay. This is the Carson Car Wash, and you can see those ICE agents and workers running through the parking lot here. NBC4 spoke with a woman who says agents took 4 people away, including her nephew.
I'm not happy at all. I'm nervous right now because, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. If they're going to close the car wash due to this, happening almost every day. But we'll see.
Now, she says her husband also works at the car wash, but he showed his papers and was not taken into custody. We reached out to DHS about the raid, but have not yet heard back. Well, you saw it all from News Chopper 4 last night, right here at 11. Breaking news of a high-speed chase where deputies say the men in the car fired shots at them. Just a few hours ago, the LA Sheriff's Department gave us a new timeline laying out what happened. And they say that it all started with a shooting here on Long Beach Boulevard in Compton. Deputies tell us they found a man dead in front of this liquor store. 3 people then drove off in a Dodge Charger. Deputies tell us those men were armed with assault rifles and at some point fired back toward the patrol cars giving chase. Now, it all came to an end about 4 miles away here at the corner of East 139th and South Zamora. The men ran off and a blocks-wide search followed. News Chopper 4 tracking it all from above. Deputies established a perimeter and they tell us they eventually found and arrested all 3 suspects. Our coverage doesn't end here. Public safety is a top issue for all of us, and we're posting content all the time to get you answers. And plenty of you are clicking on our videos about the home break-ins targeting celebrities and everyday citizens. For more on that, plus what's being done, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Just search the username NBCLA. And there is more to come here at 11, including the career fair controversy